Alright, today we're going to be doing an oil change on my daily. This is my 2014 Lexus GS350. First things first, get it up on the ramps. Let's get that going. Open the hood. This is pretty much all you're going to need. Right here, 5 quarts right here, and then you have 1 quart. The engine takes about 6.8 quarts, so you can go one full one, and then you can top it off with 1 extra, which I think I have one in the extra one somewhere around here. And then I got the oil filter, standard STP, and then we got for the oil drain plug. I always like to make sure I keep a fresh plug on there. Yep, that's pretty much it. And then just something to catch the old oil. And once you put this in, you can just dump the old oil back into here so you can turn that bad boy in. These are some of the tools you're gonna need. You can pick up one of these from like AutoZone for like, I don't know, I think these are like $5 or something. I can't even remember. I've had this for a while. This is to take off the oil filter, and then you're gonna need a 21 to lock onto there to be able to take off the oil filter, and then torque wrench. I just like to torque down the oil bolt. And then you're gonna need a wrench, a 14mm, and a 10. And I just like to keep these on deck just in case, whatever. All right, first we're gonna take a 14mm, take off the bolt underneath here. Be that one right there for the oil pan. Look at that. So right here, so we're gonna take off the 14mm. I already loosened it, so that's all you gotta do right there. So once the oil drains, all right, and then you just let that drain. And once we're done with that, let's see, take off the oil filter, which is underneath this panel right here. So I'm gonna take this off in a minute. All right, so we got the 14mm, the torque for the bolt for the oil pan here. All right, it's gonna be 30 foot-pounds, okay? So we'll take the bolt, we're gonna get the new washer, get that on there, and we're gonna go ahead and get this going up in there. All right, let's get it. All right, and there's 30 foot-pound torque. All right. Next, we're gonna take off this little underplate right here. These little 10mm right here. 1, 2, 3. So we'll take that off so we can get to the oil filter. Okay, now that we've taken that off, put that to the side. Now we have access to the oil filter. This is that special tool that I said you're gonna need right here. This just goes right onto the oil filter right there. Then you're gonna take your 21, and this is how you're gonna twist to get this off. Okay, so we're gonna get the oil little oil pan catcher thing right here, and we're gonna drain this out and swap this out real quick. Alright, so there's the tool. It's on the oil filter. It's my 21. And let's see if we can get this thing loose, because this thing is usually tight. Let's see. Maybe it's not on there all the way. I don't know. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Now let's give it a shot. Alright, we got it loose. See that? We got it loose. Okay. So let's take this off. Alright, so we got this oil filter, which is rated for 10,000 miles, even though I do it every 5. I just like to have over-engineered stuff to just so it's better for my car, whatever, who cares. So yeah, so we're gonna put this in. Right, this is what the old filter looks like right now. So this is the piece that was screwed in. This is the oil filter, so I'll take this out. And check this. Let's take this out real quick. On the side. Take this out of here. Let's put it in here. Yada yada yada. And we got little O-rings, which we're gonna replace right here in a minute, okay? But let's go ahead and just take that off. Let's see here. It's pretty easy to just pop off. Stick that in here like this. Right. Usually, so I'll get some oil out. Here, we'll move this thing up so it can go on. It's pretty wet right now. Either way, it's on there. It's the new oil. It's a grommet. Stick that there. Alright. Now, we have this bad boy. Stick that on there. Press it in. Good to go. There's your new oil filter. Just pop that, screw it back on, and we're good to go. So now what we're gonna do is go ahead and take this, and this is gonna go on right here, okay? All right, so now that we got that on there, okay, take our little special tool, get that thing mounted up there, right? Then our 21, get that on here. Shit. Okay, right there. And then we're just gonna tighten it. Now, from my understanding, you want to hand tighten this as tight as you possibly can, just so that there's no torque spec for this. You just hand tighten it as tight as you can. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do here. Next, we're gonna go ahead and pop this plate back on here, so it just hooks into the back over here, and then we're just gonna put this here to get it started and going. And then yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3. Okay, now that we got the plug in there and that's all plugged up, we just did the oil filter. We got that buttoned up over here. Now it's time to get some oil going. So we just cover it to make sure nothing got inside. We're gonna go ahead and fill it up. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and fill it up. So one of these is 5 quarts. This engine can take up to 6.8. So we'll take one of these in 1 single quart. Let's go ahead and fill this thing up. All right, and then we're just gonna apply this last one, top it off, and we're good to go. And that's about it, guys. That's all you guys need to do to do an oil change for a 2014 GS350. Let's go.